Today is a new day to start again. Take each moment one by one and do the best you can. Yesterday doesn't matter, it only serves as a ladder. Tomorrow isn't guaranteed, so make your plans accordingly. Today is a new day to start again. Take each moment one by one and do the best you can. Grand Rising, today is a new day to start again. It is 12/8/2024. This is the worst sales streak of my career. I force myself to say that with a smile because I'm just going to try to keep, if I'm like this right now and I'm in my worst sales streak, I think I can be okay moving forward if this is what I want to do. You have to be able to laugh at it sometimes, but I know what I've done in the past and I know what I've been doing will lead to success. I have had to deal with some very difficult circumstances. This is probably going into the slowest time of the year. All of these things are factoring in, so I have to remember that I've came a long way where I'm at. And when you are the smallest cog in a machine, you don't have as much expectation because you are the least productive, but at the same time, you have to provide value when you are being paid. So, do I pray is a thing I wanted to write down here and think about. The whole pray and pray like a animal and its prey. I think there's a intertwined thing there, but I don't want to get too wacky for people. So I don't even like pray. I don't like prayer. I don't even like praise. I try to like center and just be practical. So in a bad sales streak, I equate that to I'm a golfer and I've done a lot of analogies to golf. I've done a lot of videos, so I've probably talked about this before, but I restarted this whole thing, so I think I'm safe to bring this story in. My dad was a golf pro and he was a great putter. That was one of the best things about him, especially as he got older. And but sometimes you get yips in putting. I saw my dad. When my dad missed a putt, everybody knew. But it wasn't that often. But sometimes it would happen a little bit with him and you'd see it. So I would get the yips sometimes. I was a pretty darn good putter though. And I think where I made a great connection with my father is there was a point there when I played with him where I showed him himself making putts basically in big situations, and that was always really cool for me. So how do you break out of the yips when you start missing these little putts? It happens. It's so demoralizing. You hit a great shot into the green with a golf shot, a really difficult shot that you hit great, and it's like 2 feet from the hole, and all you got to do is go up there and somehow, for some reason, you start missing them. And and that can really have an effect because how close you got to get the ball to the hole. You have to make it because you can't obviously make a putt. It makes your whole golf game it's hard. So like I was in one of those and struggling with frustration, and I go to my dad and I'm like, I'm like in the cart and I'm like, what are you doing? You can't make a putt. And he's just like, you make the next one. He probably was drinking beer and had it a little more slurred to it, but just joking, Dad. I sang 5 songs last night, and I very much enjoyed it. Thinking about my dad, maybe a little emotional. Anyways, be grateful when you pray, if that's what you do, if you want to call it pray to Jesus or God. You have to give thanks. That's what really prayer should be if you are going to pray. I don't know that you should be praying for things. You should be grateful, even in the most trying and difficult times, honestly, I think is what the whole purpose of it is. If you need help, ask. I think we all do that anyways. But I do need to stop asking myself, why? I know why. Why is the reason for pain? Misunderstanding. Numbers don't lie. That's That's a lie, by the way. I accept results for what they are. My value is not tarnished. I stand in last place and say to you, if I'm the worst of us, I will leave if my value is less than my production. The way says to go where you will be valued. Not to say that I'm not, but your production is your value. So you just have to be practical in matters. It's not anything that you move in one direction or another, and you don't just give up. And sometimes there's bumpy roads, so perseverance is very important too. But you just have to look at everything from every perspective when you're analyzing things. If you can't find anywhere that you have value, which seems to have been an issue for me, well, I guess that's what the bums are too on the street. The people worse off than me that are cold on the street. Are they crazy? Are they addicts? Are they bad people? Are they mentally ill? Are they vets? They basically probably chopped every hand that's came for them, is what I guess most people would say. It must be the drugs, lack of God, certainly lack of money. Try and be of value when you are at work. Try and be of value when you are at home. Try and be of value to yourself. If you surrender alone, suffering is your own. You take it with you, with peace, or rage against the machine, or somewhere in between. Endurance and frugality, I think, are two of the main lessons of the Tao Te Ching anyways. Money is evil. Debt is slavery to evil. The chains. But I think the con is debt runs deeper than the social and the material, the dollar. And the debt that we have, my student loan debt that everybody likes to talk about, it blinds or kind of smears the debt of your spirit. But either way, clearing or absolving your debt must be done. Adulting is accounting. 1 + 2 = 3. And then if you start minusing things, you're going backwards. It's pretty simple. You spend less than you make. You save. And if you find ways to save where you can put that money into things that grow while you're not, that's what smart people do. If you're 49 years old and you don't have that, you are not smart. I'm trying my best to do all the things that people have taught me along the way. My spiritual value is really what I'm the most concerned about because I'm in such a bad situation. I think maybe if I had more pride and praise and standing, I might not have found my spiritual value because I would have been so enjoying the warmth of, but I don't know. That's how I rationalize things. My only concern, though, really, regardless, is where I'm at right now in the present moment. I can only carry what I am able to carry, and I leave the rest for everyone else. I have faith in you. I'm just trying to get through the day without any drama. I like the smallest part of a team. I'm actually in a pretty good position. I can't set the bar much lower for myself moving forward, but I have to move forward. In the last 3 days, I've sold a handle to a recliner. Like, not the recliner. We unscrewed a handle, and I sold it for $50. I sold that. And then I went the next day, and this isn't moping around, but I didn't have a guest. I didn't have a customer for the entire day. And then the next day was Saturday, yesterday, And it wasn't a great day for me. I sold a bed frame from the back, like a metal full-size bed frame, and that was it. I had a couple that were okay, but I am not in a good way. I'm trying really hard to have, I was trying. That's all I can really say, and that's all I can really do. So I'm like the smallest part of this team, and I'm just trying to move forward. And like I said, the bar's set pretty low. I'm the least productive, and so if I can do anything moving forward that is my capabilities, you would think that I would be able to earn a living. It's really all I want to do is earn a living, grow, and help others around me grow, however they want to grow, and try to facilitate each other. Life will take account every day. That's one thing I am finding out in my older age. The shackles evolve, and I'm sure it's going to get probably a little bit more intrusive into my life moving forward because I have to pay my debt. So I'm just trying to find a way to do that and be fruitful. Today is the day you face your past. Every day. Every day you face your past. But the present right now is fresh. You get to start again. Be grateful. Look for good, and you will find good. A journey of 1,000 steps begins with the first. Do great. Be great. Have an awesome day.